All right, so problem number 12 and 13, so page 3 of the study guide. We're going to talk about some more translations and transformations. F of x is shown below. Yes, it is. Graph the function g of x by translating f of x up 3 and to the left 4. Okay, so depending on how you want to set this up, I prefer to put in the original asymptote. So there's my vertical asymptote on the y-axis. Here's my horizontal asymptote on the x-axis, and I'm going to move those. So it said up 3 units, so new horizontal asymptote right here, and left 4, new vertical asymptote right here. That's a horrible vertical line. Let me try that one more time. Slightly better. Okay. So now I'm going to use those two asymptotes as my guides to draw in the curve. So remember, with an asymptote, you're approaching it, but you never actually touch it. So approach, approach, approach. Whoa. Yeah, I'll work with that. That's okay. All right, so there's my new curve. It didn't specifically say it, but I'm going to go ahead and label it g of x. All right, what is the new function for g of x? Let's see. So we know that we've shifted it up 3 units. So that means we had to add 3 to the fraction 1 over x. And shifting it left 4 means that attaching to x, we need a plus 4. So there's your new function, 1 over x plus 4 plus 3. The plus 4 here attached to x is the shift left. The plus 3 here is attached to the fraction. That's going to be your shift up. All right, new domain. I'm actually going to skip the domain and range for a second here. I'm going to do my vertical asymptote first. So this is going to be at x equals -4. That's the shift to the left. Horizontal asymptote, y equals 3. That's my shift up. So now domain is going to be everything in the whole wide world except my vertical asymptote of -4. And range is everything in the whole wide world except the horizontal asymptote of 3. I'm going to find that y-intercept. I know I crossed the y-axis somewhere. I'm just not sure where. So I'm going to take my function that I know, and I am going to replace x with 0. So 0 plus 4 plus 3. So y equals 1/4 plus 3. So you could write this a couple of ways. As an improper fraction, it would be, I believe, 13 over 4. As a mixed fraction, it's 3 1/4. Either way, I am totally happy with either one of them. It just depends on what you got. And I suppose if you did it in a calculator, you'd get 3.25. So that could work as well. All right, so problem number 12 is all done. I'm going to slide down to number 13, which is a similar question. The difference is, in this case, we're given the equation, and we need to identify the transformations. So we did this kind of on the last page here. So we have 2 transformations. If I use the technical name, -4 attached to x is going to be a horizontal translation. And I call that the technical name because a lot of times I refer to shifts. So it's a horizontal translation right 4. And then adding 2 to the fraction is going to be a vertical translation. And that's going to be up. Wow, that's horrible. Let's try that again. Up 2. All right. So if I start with the same thing, I have a horizontal. Nope, that's a vertical line. Vertical line right there. Vertical asymptote. Horizontal asymptote right here. Let's move those. I'll go purple this time. All right, I'm going to move to the right 4 units. So I'm going to go through x equals 4, and I'm going to shift up 2 units. All right. So now if I go through and graph my curve, curve in the upper right, and curve in the lower left. There's no reflections here, so nothing changed that way. There we go. There we go. And because it's me, I'm going to go ahead and label that g of x. All right. I'm going to do the same thing I did in the last problem. I'm actually going to do the vertical and horizontal asymptotes first. So vertical asymptote is x equals 4. Remember, we shifted to the right 4 units here. And then horizontal asymptote is y equals 2. We shifted up 2 units. So my domain is going to be everything in the whole wide world except for the vertical asymptote of 4. Range is going to be everything in the whole wide world except for the horizontal asymptote of 2. All right, and then the y-intercept, I'm going to do the same thing I did in the last problem, which is actually solve for y by making x equal to 0. All right, so y is equal to negative 1/4 plus 2. So that's going to be 0. That's going to be, let's see, 1 and 3/4 as a mixed fraction. Let's see, 7/4 as an improper fraction. And in case you threw it in a calculator, it should be 1.75 as a decimal. So any of those would be the appropriate y-intercept for this problem. All right, I'm going to go ahead and close the video out because this is page 3 is now done. Please